Hi there, Harry here. Today's battle, Windows versus Linux, will go round by round for cost, performance, security, privacy, and more. I used Windows for 20 years and Linux for the last 10, and this is my comparison based on knowledge and experience. Let's start.
Round 1.
Windows requires a paid license. It's over $100, usually bundled with new PCs. Linux is free and open source. Point to Linux.
Round 2.
Easy of use and interface. Windows is polished and pre-installed. The latter more a marketing move than a real feature, but it helps beginners. Linux Mint, for example, looks similar and works smoothly, though sometimes a device needs extra setup. Point to Windows.
Round 3.
Software availability. Companies always release products for Windows. For example, Adobe has no native Linux version. Linux alternatives exist, but gaps remain. Point to Windows.
Round 4.
Performance. Windows run heavier in the background. Linux is lightweight. Install it on an old laptop and you have got a fully usable PC again. Point to Linux.
Round 5.
Security. Windows is the main malware target. Linux is more secure thanks to its permission system, package management, and open source audits. On Linux, you don't even need an antivirus. Point to Linux.
Round 6.
Security backdoor risk. Windows is closed source. Governments could pressure vendors to have hidden access and users would never know. This is not just a theoretical risk, it actually happened in the past. For example, when NSA reportedly had access to Skype communications. Linux is open source and globally auditable. A backdoor would be easier to spot and harder to hide long term. Point to Linux.
Round 7.
Privacy. Windows collects telemetry by default, with limited control. Linux collects nothing unless you allow it. Point to Linux.
Round 8.
Advertising. Windows shows ads in Start, Lock Screen, and System apps. Linux shows none. Point to Linux.
Round 9.
Gaming. Developers prioritize Windows because of its huge user base. Linux improves every year, but still far behind Windows. Point to Windows.
Round 10.
Customization. Windows allows only small tweaks. Linux lets you customize everything: desktop, kernel, interface. Point to Linux. By the way, I have only 3 subscribers, so if you hit like and subscribe, you literally increase my community by 30%. Thank you. Let's go back to the battle.
Round 11.
Stability and updates. Windows updates only itself and often forces reboots. Linux updates the entire system, OS, apps, drivers, in one go, under your control. Point to Linux.
Round 12.
Coding and AI workloads. Linux can run libraries like TensorFlow flawlessly, while Windows can't run them on GPU at all without extra layers. That alone is a clear point for Linux, but here's the kicker. To make TensorFlow work, Windows uses WSL, literally Linux running inside Windows. That's Windows admitting Linux does it better. And that deserves a second point for Linux. And that's the battle. Final score: Windows 3, Linux 10. The winner is Linux. Now I want to hear from you. Which OS do you use? Why? Drop a comment, let me know. See you in the next video.